All of you, good morning. Am I audible to all of you online? Good morning, all of you, online and offline also. तो आप लोग ऐसे spread क्यों कर जाते हो? Okay, it's like and then I have to turn my head types. कोई बात नहीं, that's your choice. End of the day. So कैसे रहा? How was your revision sessions back in your room? Good morning, Danish, Pankaj, Ayush, Amit, Sanjay. Good morning, all of you. Unstable. ये क्या है? Ayush, that's polity and that's a different topic. Ayush, बाद में आते हैं. पहले geography का बताओ मुझे. Did you go back and revise? I got a feedback from my team कि सर थोड़ा ज़्यादा हो गया. Students cope नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. Yes, good morning. I'm trying. Let me see. Okay. So I'll learn when I interact with them. You are there. I'll call you if I need. Thank you. Yeah. So what was amiss? I think I assumed some things that you know. Okay. So कोई बात नहीं. I'll try to dumb it down for us all. I was told by the team immediately, sir. बच्चे पकड़ नहीं पा रहे हैं कुछ concepts. ठीक है, we will address it, no problem. Okay. देखो, it's like this. If you are going to learn what you are comfortable with, आपका readiness कभी हो नहीं पाएगा. ठीक है? तो you know, a very smart term we have is the word hustle. Okay, hustling is धक्का मुक्का मार के आगे बढ़ना है. Okay, वो स्मूथ आराम से तसल्ली से ये कॉफी पीते पीते नजारा देखते देखते okay, उसमें क्वालिफाई कोई नहीं करता. क्वालिफाइंग का मतलब है you'll have to push through, fight through. उसमें 4 मुक्का पड़ेगा, उसमें 1 मुक्का आप भी देंगे. ठीक है? हसलिंग इज व्हाट वी हैव टू लर्न. हसलिंग का मतलब है you hit a wall, you break through it. So hustling is not a smooth process. Think of how you move when you are in a crowded place. How you're moving when the odds are against you. Swimming कर रहे हो and the current is against you. How do you swim? You hustle. हाथ पैर मार कर, you know, you are doing whatever you can. That's the way forward. So when I'm teaching, I'm sure there'll be some terms आपको समझ में नहीं आया. There are some terms where you do not know what happened there. ठीक है? So you take it down, try focusing, think about it. नहीं होता छोड़ के आगे बढ़ते हैं. Go back home and do a bit of work on that. And I was seeing these terms that I discussed. I mean, uska roots to NCERT mein hai. Okay, so what probably most of you got trapped was on the solar thing. Okay, new moon, full moon mein phas gaye. Koi baat nahi, I will explain that again. Okay, so today good. हाँ, ठीक है, okay. So Danish, all of you, ठीक है? So don't get flustered. इसमें आप घबरा नहीं सकते. And perhaps the purpose of ऐसा syllabus और ऐसे पढ़ने का एक purpose ये भी है कि जब आप actual job में जाएंगे, अब actual जब आप role कर रहे होंगे अपना bureaucracy, that role is probably it demands your hustling ability. Okay, you are pushing through legislations, laws, rules, regulations, people, expectations. ठीक है? इसको आप अपना टाइप पे ट्रेनिंग लेके चलो. Okay, एक तो है आपका सब्जेक्ट का ट्रेनिंग और एक है आपका एटीट्यूड ट्रेनिंग. One is the knowledge training और second your attitude, your thinking process. कि हो जाएगा यार, कैसे नहीं होगा. क्लास 6, 7, 8 की तो किताबें हैं, 10 की किताबें हैं. अभी नहीं, 2 दिन के बाद हो जाएगा. ठीक है? So don't get flustered there. Okay, let's get started now quickly. I'll quickly revise in short. So first thing we talked about was that you must understand the shape of the earth. और मेरा पूरा focus था to discuss the evidences. कि एविडेंस क्या है? अर्थ इज स्फेरिकल. It is not a matter of belief, it's not a matter of speculation. We have some very logical reasons why we say earth is spherical. उसका 4-5 main जो है, we talk in terms of the earth's shadow on the moon. We talked about we talked about the pole star का angle and its relationship with latitude. ये बहुत important है. Most of us did not know this. Okay, why is the angle of the pole star same as the latitude? Okay, why is the angle of the pole star and the latitude relation इतना क्यों है? Because Earth is a sphere. अगर Earth कोई और shape होता तो angle maintain नहीं होता. It's a very simple geometry, trigonometry. You remember this much. That's all. इससे आगे हमें जरूरत नहीं है. Okay, तो दो चीजें हैं. एक तो है अर्थ स्फेरिकल है और एक है अर्थ कर्व्ड है. दोनों सेम चीजें नहीं है. बिकॉज द assumption was that earth is flat. The assumption was कि अर्थ एक फ्लैट सरफेस है. सो फ्लैट सरफेस नहीं है मतलब वो शायद कर्वेचर है, कोई टाइप का कर्व है. और अगर कर्व है तो वो कैसा कर्व है? Okay, so curved का evidence is not same as spherical का evidence. You must differentiate this. Curved का evidence क्या है? Okay, you are seeing the ship to be partially submerged. Curved का evidence क्या है? The mountain tops are getting lighted. Okay, curved का evidence is still, I'll say, superficial. Spherical is a very strong one. कि curve है और कोई ordinary curve नहीं है. It's a very spherical one. So spherical one का जो evidence है, यही दो main evidences हैं. Earth's shadow on the moon, and the pole star का angle equal to the latitude. All fine here. So कहीं पर लिख लीजिए आप. And now that the debate is about. Yeah, please write down. The debate is about. How do we prove Earth is not flat? Earth is not flat. And how do we prove the Earth's surface being curved is not any random curved surface. Earth's surface being curved is not any random Earth's surface or any random curved surface. It is a sphere. It is a sphere. Okay, next point. The evidences of Earth is curved. The evidences of Earth is curved is not same as evidences of Earth is spherical. The evidences that Earth is curved is not same as the evidences of Earth is spherical. ठीक है, something like कि भाई कोई चीज vertical नहीं है, टेढ़ा है. अब टेढ़ा है is not same as it is perfectly as horizontal. Vertical नहीं है can mean anything. ये ऐसे भी है, ऐसे भी है, ऐसे भी है. Vertical नहीं है, prove हो गया, ठीक है. अब अगर vertical नहीं है, how do you prove वो perfectly horizontal है? तो वैसे ही Earth flat नहीं है, चलो ये तो हम जान लिए. अब flat नहीं है तो shape क्या है? So evidences of Earth as curved is not same as evidences of Earth is spherical. So spherical वाले में ये दो best evidences हैं. The spherical evidences के best evidence क्या है? Earth's shadow on the moon. Earth's shadow on the moon. Okay, which is within bracket lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipse. And number two. Okay, is the angle of the pole star is equal to the latitude of a place. Angle of a pole star is equal to latitude of a place. ये इतना परफेक्ट कोरिलेशनशिप है, इट वुड नॉट हैव हैपेंड अगर अर्थ परफेक्टली स्फेरिकल नहीं होता। ठीक है, आई थिंक वी समराइज दिस वन फाइन ऑल ऑफ यू। ठीक है, अच्छा, नेक्स्ट डिस्कशन जहां पर हम फंस रहे थे वाज समथिंग अबाउट द एक्लिप्स, सोलर एंड लूनार एक्लिप्स। हालांकि आई विल कम बैक ऑन दिस अगेन, बट ठीक है, बिकॉज आई डिस्कस यस्टरडे, लेट मी क्विकली सम दिस अप। ओके, एक्लिप्स क्या होता है बेसिकली? ओके, यू कैन नॉट सी दैट पर्टिकुलर ऑब्जेक्ट। ठीक है, सो वी हैव अर्थ, ओके, सन एंड मून। ये अर्थ हो गया, दिस इज सन, and the moon is revolving, so moon is here, moon can be here, on the other side मैं दिखा नहीं पा रहा हूं तो मैंने यहां बना दिया, okay, और यहां बना दिया। ठीक है, so these are the four extreme positions of the moon। okay, so what I'm saying is कि जब ये, अच्छा, how do you see anything? कोई भी चीज दिखाई कैसे देता है? when light falls on it and reflects into your eye, अगर इस पे गिरा और आप पे आंख पे नहीं आया, यू कांट सी इट। सो अर्थ में ये सन साइड है, सो अर्थ में दिस इज द डे टाइम, दिस इज द नाइट टाइम। वैसे मून में वैसे ही होगा, ये मून का डे होगा, ये मून का नाइट होगा। ओके, ये भी मून का डे होगा, ये भी मून का नाइट होगा। अज्यूम कि अर्थ नहीं है तो ये लाइटेड पार्ट है ना। सो आप जब मून को देख पाते हो, आप कब देखते हो? आप मून को देखते हो, ओके, जब the light from the moon reflects to you. So the light from the, sorry, not from the sun on the moon, it is reflecting to you. आप तब देखते हो मून को। How do you see moon? You see moon, okay, when the light reflects. इस केस में the lighted part of moon is on this side. ये तो डार्क ही है ना। So can you see the moon here? No, you cannot see the moon. इसको बोलते हैं न्यू मून। न्यू मून लाइक पैदा हो रहा है तो दिख नहीं रहा है, बट दिस इज द फुल मून। जब भी फुल मून होता है, ओके, तब कैसा होता है पोजीशन? ओके, द अर्थ इज बिटवीन सन एंड द मून। ओके, जब न्यू मून होता है तब कैसे होता है? द मून इज बिटवीन सन एंड द अर्थ। ओके, सो दिस इज कॉल्ड एज द न्यू मून पोजिशन। न्यू मून में आपको मून दिखाई नहीं देगा। अमावस्या जो है वो ये वाला है। इन न्यू मून यू कैन नॉट सी द मून, एंड फुल मून में आपको पूरा दिखाई दे रहा है। ओके, एंड द रेस्ट, ओके, व्हाटएवर। ओके, ये आपका आधा मून दिखाई देगा, ये भी आधा मून दिखाई दे रहा है, ओनली दिस साइड का। ठीक है, ओके, नाउ जब सोलर इक्लिप्स होता है, ओके, नाउ सी द अंडरस्टैंड दिस, ये जो डिस्टेंस है, ओके, दिस डिस्टेंस, ये फिक्स नहीं है, they move like this because of the difference of the orbital distance and positions। okay, ये जो positions है, okay, ये distance और ये distance is not same every time because orbit ही वैसा है। so whether you have eclipse or not depends on कि ये तीनों का position with sun कैसे change हो रहा है। Okay, तो वो समझने के लिए, okay, say this is your sun, this is the earth. If you know a bit of your line diagrams for light, okay, so ये sun, light falls like this, okay, from the sun light falls like this, from the sun light falls like this, from the sun light falls like this. Can you all imagine here? Okay, so ये वाला पार्ट इज डार्क। ठीक है, तो अगर फॉर एनी रीजन मून इसके अंदर में आ गया, से अगर मून यहां पर आ गया, तो ये पार्ट दिखाई नहीं देगा ना, शैडो बन जाएगा, राइट? ओके, और मून अगर यहां पर है तो पूरा मून दिखाई दे रहा है। ठीक है, सो लूनार इक्लिप्स जो है वो डिपेंड करता है कि मून विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू अर्थ वो थोड़ा इधर है या इधर है। ओके, बिकॉज ये वाला पार्ट पूरा डार्क होगा। दिस इज अ डार्क पार्ट, इज व्हाट्स कॉल्ड एज अम्ब्रा बोलते हैं इसको। ये पूरा डार्क पार्ट होता है। सो अगर मून अम्ब्रा के अंदर आ गया, व्हाट यू विल गेट इज लूनार इक्लिप्स। ओके, और अगर अम्ब्रा में नहीं आया, इधर रह गया, यू कैन सी द फुल मून। ठीक है, इसीलिए हम बोलते हैं ये जो पोजीशन है, दिस इज कॉल्ड फुल मून पोजीशन। फुल मून पोजीशन में अगर मून आ गया टुवर्ड्स अम्ब्रा, दिस पार्ट इज डार्क, दिस इज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड एज सोलर इक्लिप्स। फिर आपको मून का एक पार्ट नहीं दिखाई देगा या फिर पूरा नहीं दिखाई देगा, इट डिपेंड्स ऑन कि ये कितना अंदर आ गया। ठीक है, सो जो लूनार इक्लिप्स है, द लूनार इक्लिप्स, ये फिनोमिना किस पोजीशन में होता है? इट हैपेंस इन द फुल मून पोजीशन। जब फुल मून होना चाहिए था तब होता है आपका लूनार इक्लिप्स। वैसे इधर भी वही कहानी है। ओके, अगर ओके मून जो है ओके एकदम इसके अंदर में आ गया, यहां पर आ गया, तब वो दिखाई नहीं देगा। अदरवाइज अगर ये बाहर रहा, इधर रहा, देन यू कैन सी द कंप्लीट सन। सो द सोलर इक्लिप्स हैपेंस जब मून यहां पर वेरिएट करेगा, यहां पर। सो सोलर इक्लिप्स इज अ फिनोमेना ऑफ द न्यू मून पोजिशन। आई एम नॉट सेइंग न्यू मून टाइम नहीं बोल रहे हैं, हम बोल रहे हैं न्यू मून पोजिशन। And the lunar eclipse is about the full moon position. तो अगर कोई टीचर को पढ़ाना है कि भाई सन का अर्थ का शैडो पड़ रहा है मून पे और वो स्फेरिकल है, तो ही विल टेल द स्टूडेंट्स लेट अस वेट फॉर अ गुड न्यू मून पोजिशन, राइट? हम वही पूछ रहे थे आपको। क्वेश्चन देखो दोबारा, इफ यू हैव द क्वेश्चन ऑफ यस्टरडे। If a teacher wants to demonstrate that Earth's shape is spherical, what will he study? He will study lunar eclipse, Earth's shadow on the moon, and जो भी study करेंगे, he is studying how things are transiting. कब? In the new moon position. Sorry, in the full moon position. अब समझ में आया all of you here? तो ठीक है, some of us have missed out some of this conversation. Just know this. ये मेजर प्रॉब्लम है। ओके, लूनार एक्लिप्स एंड सोलर एक्लिप्स में फुल मून में है या न्यू मून में है, एंड ये दो पोजीशन को क्वाड्रेचर बोलते हैं। ओके, इस 90 डिग्रीज पे होता है, इज कॉल्ड एज क्वाड्रेचर पोजीशंस। विल टेक समथिंग अप व्हेन वी आर डिस्कसिंग टाइड्स, इट्स कॉल्ड एज क्वाड्रेचर पोजीशन। इसमें हाफ मून दिखता है, इसमें फुल मून दिखाई देगा, इसमें नो मून, न्यू मून, इसमें आधा मून दिखाई देगा। क्वाड्रेचर पोजीशन में वी हैव हाफ मून, वी हैव हाफ मून। ओके, मून का हाफ इज ऑलवेज लाइटेड। आपको कितना दिखाई दे रहा है? समझ में आया आपको? ऑल ऑफ यू हियर? तो मून का क्या दिख रहा है? मून का हमेशा एक आधा ही लाइट हो रहा है। एम आई कॉलिंग दिस एज हाफ मून? फैक्ट तो है कि आधा ही लाइट हो रहा है ना। व्हाट एम आई कॉलिंग दिस एज? फुल मून। ठीक है, सो हमेशा मून का आधा ही लाइट होगा, आधा ही एक तरफ सन में है। आप क्या देख पा रहे हो? आप वो पूरे आधा को बोल रहे हो फुल, और आधा के आधा को बोल रहे हो हाफ। So what you're seeing here is half moon, but do not say कि okay 1/4 ही लाइटेड है। नो, पूरा लाइट, आधा लाइटेड है, पर आपको आधा लाइट ही दिख रहा है। तो हाफ मून यहां दिख रहा है, और उसके बीच में you have got the transitions, crescent moon, gibbous moon, and the remaining. ठीक है, all of you fine? Yes, Pankaj, yes, correct. Because this was one gap. Okay, so I have discussed the shape वाला discussion हो गया. Then we were discussing, sorry. Okay, then we moved on towards knowing something about ये time वाला aspects. Okay, इसमें पहले पूछते थे some calculations, अब नहीं पूछ रहे हैं. So just know how we gain time or how we lose time. Meridian line है. Okay, Earth is moving from west towards east. You move eastwards. Okay, you are ahead of the time. You move westwards, आप behind हो. ठीक है, so I believe ये problem नहीं होना चाहिए. Okay, then we just had a quick discussion on gravity. Gravity का क्या impact है? So impact ये है कि एक तो है gravity बहुत important है. Okay, without gravity, we will not have any atmospheric processes. Atmosphere ही नहीं होगा. So don't discount gravity as an important fundamental aspect of the environment of the earth. And gravity plays an important role in many other aspects also. So one important aspect, okay, gravity का ये है कि जो आपका atmosphere layering बनता है, okay, that's because of this. And then we talked about the spin of the earth. When earth is spinning, 24 hours day and night cycle जो है spin के वजह से what we end up having is the earth is not perfectly a sphere. Okay, bulging ho jata hai towards the equator, and the pole starts to flatten. On an average, okay, the Earth's circumference jo hai, it's about 40,000 kilometers. Some books might mention 41,000. ठीक, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. On average, the circumference of Earth is 40,000 kilometers, but because of bulging, the equatorial circumference is more than the polar, okay, circumference. So Earth ka shape is flat like this, it bulges out here. It's flat like this, it bulges out here. इसी को बोलते हैं obloid, ellipsoid, but I've seen books mention obloid spheroid also. और ये typical बड़ा unique shape है. We call this as geoid also. We call this as geoid. I think this is the conversation of yesterday, more or less. Okay, कितना deep में जाना है is always a question from all of you. My suggestion is, अभी आपका depth रखो NCERT और जो भी हम class में बता रहे हैं. Okay, because see, you don't have time to do many other things otherwise. NCERT आप उल्टा लो एक बार, it will not take you too much time. And whatever I tell you, just hang on with that one. I'm already doing a bit more than the questions asked. Okay, and then we'll see what we can cover if you all are part of advanced class eventually. Can I move on? So it took me about 40 odd minutes to quickly summarize. No, not as much. 20 odd minutes to summarize the initial discussions of yesterday's conversation. I can move on online also. Amit, let's not get into that. Okay, because date change calculations में फिर आप फंस जाएंगे. Okay, let's not get into that. Ignore it. एक fact आप जान सकते हो that 1 hour, okay, is equal to how many? Yes. So ये कुछ facts हैं. Okay, तो ठीक है, आप इसे ignore कर लो. Okay, let's ignore some of those facts for now. Okay, just know that कि time बढ़ता है, घटता है, जो भी है, and we'll see what I can add eventually. Okay, so he was asking me about how to calculate the date changes. Ignore that. अभी बस gain, lose, jump the date line, what happens? उतने रखते हैं अभी हम लोग. आगे बढ़े हम लोग. Okay. So I am moving on towards, I said, a longitude, longitudes and latitudes. Okay. Again, I made a mistake of assuming that, okay, some of you know this, but ठीक है, I'll explain this. So इतना समझ में आता है ना that these lines are imaginary lines. ये हमने बनाया है for the sake of location of place on the surface. These lines are not on the Earth's surface. These are imaginary lines. These are imaginary lines. Okay, and they are drawn for the purpose of locating a place on Earth's surface. Okay, they're drawn for the purpose of locating a place on the Earth's surface. So we need coordinates essentially. कहाँ पर है? So we have two sets of coordinates. One is the latitudes. They're also called as parallels. Okay, and other is called as longitudes, also called as meridians. Somebody asked me, okay, sir, parallel को हमने parallel क्यों रखा? Why did we not do it like longitude? Why did we not do this also like this? Okay, and this like this? Maybe कर सकते थे. Okay, but we decided कि axis ऐसा है. So in this axis, I know a point here and I know a point here. इसके along axis नहीं है ना, तो मैं ये क्या point रखूंगा? ठीक है. So it was a convention decided. Okay, so इसके तो बहुत, there are million ways of having your own coordinates. but decided ये था, okay, whoever did it decided was कि let us do one thing, okay, along the horizontal, okay, say plane, let us draw parallels like this, और vertical वाला, because we know the north here and the south here, जो axis है, यहाँ पर let us draw the meridians. So it is how we decided. अच्छा, ये angle decide कैसे किया जाता है? How do you decide this? So remember, all of these are angular locations. The longitude or latitudes हैं, they are all angular locations. Okay, ये angles की basis पे है. So what we do is imagine, okay, imagine, now watch my hand here. Imagine this is a surface, okay, ये surface है, a surface like this, curved है, और इस surface का curve का center is somewhere here. Okay, so center is here. This is the flat line through the center. So what we do is keeping center point here. Okay, so this is 0 angle. Okay, this is angle 5, angle 10, maybe angle 30, maybe angle 40, maybe angle 90. I hope you got the point here. Okay, so ये flat surface है. So you have to imagine this. Just imagine the earth is like this. Okay, this is the point. ये है, okay, the line along the flat surface orbital plane में है, और यहां से आप एंगल कर रहे हो कैलकुलेट. So this is some angle, this is some angle, this is some angle, this is some angle. Okay, and this is 0 degree. यहाँ से 5 degrees है. So this 5 degrees, ये पूरे line पे 5 degrees है. This is 5 degree latitudes. So this is the center here. So 0 है. Okay, यहाँ से इतना 5 है और ये पूरा ऐसे 5 है. Okay, यहाँ से इतना 10 है, and along this it's all 10. Okay, from here this is say 45, ये पूरा 45 है. ठीक है? So the latitude का angle जो है, it's measured from what? It's measured from, okay, the plane along the equator. Okay, there's along equator पे एक plane है. Okay, from this plane कितना angle है? So if I draw this in terms of a 3-dimensional depiction, okay, it probably will look something like this. This and this. Sorry. Oh. Can you imagine this now? Okay, ऐसे खुला हुआ है, and this is the angle. So if I show in terms of your book, ये orbital plane, okay, then ये center यहाँ पर अगर है, तो इस plane से angle 5 degrees, angle 10 degrees, angle 40 degrees. ये जहां कट करेगा along the globe, this is all 10 degree latitudes. Is it okay? So the point here is that the latitudinal angle is measured with respect to the latitudinal angle is measured with respect to the angular elevation from angular elevation earth of a earth. Not audible? Am I not audible, all of you? I am audible now? It's fine now? Okay. I don't know. Nothing changed, but okay. So what I'm saying is the latitude is what? It is the angular elevation measured from the, okay, orbital plane of a place on the Earth's surface with respect to the center of the Earth. With respect to the center of the Earth. तो आपके डिस्क्रिप्शन में ये मिस नहीं होना, ये अगर अर्थ है So I'm measuring with the orbital plane of a place. The reference is the Earth's center. Okay, ये angle is the latitude of the place. Because ये elevation आप यहां से भी कर सकते हो ना. Okay, तो center important है. From the center of the Earth, okay, compared orbital plane, sorry, equatorial plane. क्या लिखा आपने? Orbital के equatorial? No, not orbital. Sorry, equatorial plane. I'm sorry, not orbital. उसमें भी difference है. Yeah, please rectify. Not orbital plane. Say equatorial plane. From the equatorial plane, okay, the angular elevation of a place on Earth's surface measured with respect to the center of the Earth. All done here? Okay? The latitude is what? Okay, it is the angular elevation. Okay, angular elevation with respect to the equatorial plane of a place on the Earth's surface with respect to the center of the Earth. Done here? Okay. Now, next come to what is a longitude. Okay. So, जैसे हम, see if I look at the book here. Okay, watch, all of you watch here. If you are looking at this book, yeah, of course, this of course is a line here. Otherwise, think of a dot here. यहाँ पे एक dot है. So you have seen this as the latitude angle. Okay. इसमें आसान क्या है? You already have the equatorial plane as reference. But vertical में आपको कोई reference ही नहीं है. So what we did was we took an imaginary line. Let us consider, चलो, कि this is the line of reference. And now we are measuring the angle of any place, okay, with respect to this. Okay, हम ये angle की बात कर रहे हैं. This angle. Okay, so from the central axis here, the central axis है यहाँ पर है. Okay, I've taken a line, and that was entirely my convenience line. ये कुछ भी बन सकता था. Okay, so because it was happening in London, the Royal Society, okay, and they had an observatory called as Greenwich Royal Observatory. वहां पर कोई साइंटिस्ट बैठे हुए थे, सेट किया अपना लाइन ले लेते हैं हम लोग. So they have taken one reference line and we have called that as prime meridian. And ये भी जानिए आप, ये prime meridian बहुत बार change हुआ है. Okay, so different people have set different lines, but ultimately agree कर दिया हम, चलो यार इसको मान लेते हैं through London. Okay, and what is the angle of any location in the vertical distance, vertical angles? ये क्या है? This is from the horizontal plane. Okay, हमने यहाँ पर from a vertical line से ले लिया ऐसे. So this is 0. Okay, and on this side, ये west हो गया. So on this side, okay, 1 degree west, 2 degree west, 3 degree and so on. और उधर वैसे ही, okay, 1 degree east and so on. Okay, so longitude क्या है? Longitude. So if I show that in terms of a diagram, this is Earth again. Okay, say this is okay, the meridian here. This is another meridian here. Okay, so we are measuring, अगर ये center of Earth है, okay, we are measuring this angle. Can you imagine here? कैसे खुल गया ऐसे? Okay, so this is the prime meridian. इसके relation में ये वाला कितने degrees पे है? ये कितने degrees पे है? Okay, so the latitude is from the horizontal plane. The longitude is from some vertical plane. Vertical plane, जो मैंने assume किया है. Let me take, okay, London as the reference line, और उससे कितना difference है? ठीक है? So longitude is, head down. Longitude is, or longitudes are, or meridians are the angular distance of a location. Angular distance of a location from the prime meridian, measured with respect to the vertical central axis the vertical central axis. Okay, तो ये आपका axis है, vertical central axis. Okay, so this and this. Okay, and right down the choice of prime meridian through London. The choice of prime meridian through London, Greenwich, Greenwich. You write as Greenwich, you pronounce as Greenwich. London, okay. Greenwich Royal Observatory, the choice of prime meridian through London at Greenwich Royal Observatory is entirely consensus based. कुछ लोगों ने एग्री किया है, लेट्स एग्री. Is entirely consensus based. ठीक है? So I hope you understand, okay, that longitude, latitude का क्या basis है. And then 2-3 facts more. Online, are you all with me? Online, are you all with me? Yes, Akshat, I can see your comments. बताओ अक्षत, कुछ पूछना है? Good morning, Mayank. You all have joined late. ठीक है. So now 2-3 facts more. 2-3 facts more. यहाँ पर ये है that latitudes are full circles. Latitudes are full circles. But meridians are half of circles. इसलिए भी आपको 360 डिग्री तक जाता है. ठीक है. Latitudes जो हैं वो full circles होते हैं. Meridian जो है half of circle. Again convention है, that's all. So the two meridians together will make a full circle. Okay. So इधर का meridian और उसके बीच के ये दो अलग meridian है. Okay. So these two together will make one circle. Yes. Yes. ठीक है. So latitudes are full circles, but meridians are half of circles. That's one fact. The second fact is, okay, all meridians are of same length. All meridians are of same length. But latitudes progressively, okay, decrease towards the poles. Latitudes progressively decrease in length towards the poles. Okay, I think very elementary here. Okay, let's move on then. Now, I gave a concept yesterday called as the concept of great circle. Okay, great circle क्या होता है? Any circle that divides the earth into two equal parts is a great circle. Okay, two equal parts, not two parts, two equal parts. Okay, so great circle is what? A circle that divides the earth into two equal parts. So latitudes में सिर्फ एक great circle है. The latitudes, there is only one great circle. कौन सा है? Equator. Only equator is a great circle. ठीक है. But meridians में, okay, all meridians, क्या बोलेंगे आप? All meridians? हाँ, तो yes. So don't say all meridians are great circles. Say all meridians are half part of a great circle. All meridians are not great circles, but all meridians are half part of a great circle. No problem here. अच्छा, अब एक concept इससे linked है. इसका क्या mathematics है? What is the calculation? वो ignore करो आप. But just know this fact that great circle, okay, if moving along a great circle, then it is always the shortest distance between two places. कहीं से कहीं भी जाना हो, okay, the shortest distance between two places is always the great circle route. The great circle route. And by the way, just a question to all of you. Okay. ठीक है, I mean, it's understood here. So, because the latitudes are not great circles, Okay, so moving along the latitudes will not give you shortest distance. That's our point. Moving along the latitude, we will not get the shortest distance. So इसके लिए हमने क्या बताया कि अलग-अलग maps बनते हैं. So अगर ये Earth है, this is the equator here, and this is any other place, latitude here. You have to go from place A towards place B. A से B जाना है. So don't go along the latitude. Okay, you'll go along a great circle. So great circle का imagine कि अगर आप draw a great circle passing through this, वो circle कैसे होगा? ये कुछ ऐसे होगा, ताकि Earth is in two equal halves. So great circle, okay, शायद okay ऐसे कुछ काट रहा होगा. Okay, so this is the great circle path. इतना ही याद रखो, that's all. इसे बहुत अलग-अलग तरीके हैं calculations करने के लिए. And इसी से linked मैंने दो fact बता दिया. One is there is a very important map called as Mercator's map. Okay, Mercator's map में क्या होता है? Directions preserved रहता है. They are used for sailing. Okay, and एक और होता है Great Circle Sailing Chart. In Great Circle Sailing Chart, all the shortest distance are straight lines. Okay, so ये chart वो navigation के लिए use किया जाता है. That's all. Will not go too much beyond this. We have summed up the conversation of yesterday with the idea of longitude and latitudes. I'll move on now. All of you have a permission online also. Okay, fine. So कल hustling था. Today we managed a bit more. ठीक है. Now we'll move on towards a rotation and a revolution. Rotation and a revolution. Okay, so rotation is what? Okay, Earth is spinning about its axis. Okay, Earth is spinning. All celestial bodies, they spin. Of course, I'm ignoring asteroids and comets. उनका भी कुछ होता होगा, I do not know. Otherwise, planets and stars, okay, सबका spinning है. ये spinning बहुत important है as a part of the you can say universe का balance. अगर spin नहीं होगा, something can't stay there. If they don't revolve there, they'll fall. Something. So as a part of equilibrium, balance का part है, these bodies will spin. That's how they maintain their, not Neptune, Uranus. Neptune का उतना एंगल, Uranus का है almost tumble है. Yes. Yes, spinning, axis horizontal है, क्या problem है इसमें? Spin ही कर रहा है, axis उसका ऐसे है. ठीक है? So all are spinning around their axis. Okay. And Earth के केस में 24 hours का cycle है. In 24 hours, okay, it comes back, okay, to own position. अच्छा, very important, जो axis of spin है, axis of spin for Earth, okay, is pointing towards Polaris. You know this now. The axis of Earth is, okay, spinning, okay, जो हो रहा है, it is towards Polaris or the North Star, okay, and the axis is a tilted. Axis जो tilted है at about 23.5 degrees to the what? To the vertical. Okay, so अगर Earth ऐसे है, ये center है, ये vertical है, जो axial tilt है, वो tilt ऐसे है. Okay, this angle is 23.5 degrees to the vertical. Fine here? You know these points. Achha. Now, one important addition I'll say is that ये जो tilt है, this is as of now, but the tilt can vary. Okay, and write down the tilt of the axis. The tilt of the axis can vary between 22.1 degree to almost as much as 24.5 degrees. The tilt of the Earth's axis can vary. from 22.1 degrees to about 24.5 degrees. Okay, so on this diagram अगर दिखाएंगे, axis यहां तक आ सकता है और axis यहां तक आ सकता है. Okay, so there is some variation possible in the axial tilt from as much as 24.5 degrees to 22.1 degrees. इस variation क्या बोलते हैं? What do you call this variation as? This is called as obliquity. It's called as obliquity. Oblique का मतलब क्या है? टेढ़ा. Okay, it's called as obliquity. और ये obliquity जो है, इसका एक approximate cycle है, okay, of about 41,000 years. कुछ books में 41,000 लिखते हैं, कुछ books में 40,000 लिखते हैं. About 41,000 years. Okay, this angle can vary. Earth's axis is tilted. Okay. तो अगर यही tilt पूछेगा कि tell us what is the tilt with respect to the equatorial plane, तब क्या बोलेंगे आप? Okay. So minus कर दो, 90 minus कर दो आप. Okay. So be careful on this. ठीक है? The tilt is, ये tilt है from the vertical line axis है. अगर आप यहां से करोगे calculus, it is 6.5 degrees. Exactly. ठीक है? Okay. So that is about something about Earth's rotation. I'll come back a bit more on this. Now you come towards revolution. Come towards revolution. So Earth revolves around the sun. Earth revolves around the sun. So बीच में sun है. Okay, and I cannot show it that way. So tops दिखा रहा हूं आपको कि Earth can revolve around the sun. Okay, and this is approximately 1 year. And you know the details there. Okay, 365. Okay, 1/4 days. Okay, no big deal here. Acha. The fact that you should know is that ये जो path of revolution है, this path is not a perfect circle. The path is elliptical. Around this point, the path of revolution. Okay, the orbit of Earth's revolution is elliptical, and the sun is at the, क्या बोलेंगे? And the sun is at the, क्या center बोलेंगे? अब क्या बोलेंगे? Online anybody? अगर path is, some path is, okay, elliptical, okay, तो उसका center क्या होगा? Focus. Yeah, there are two foci. जब elliptical path होता है या shape होता है, इसका दो center बन जाता है. Circle का एक center होता है. The sun is at one of the foci. Foci is plural of focus, and Earth is revolving around the sun like this. So जब ये है, then there is a closest distance and there's a farthest distance. Okay, there's a distance जहां पर Earth सबसे पास आ जाता है, and a distance when the Earth is farthest away. But we talk in terms of the sun. Sun is the closest and the sun is the farthest. When the sun is the closest, ये position को बोलते हैं perihelion. And when the sun is the farthest, called as aphelion. Helion is sun. Okay, वैसे moon के लिए भी है, वो भी elliptical है. When the moon is closest, we call that as perigee. ये sun के लिए है. Okay, अगर moon की बात करें, moon's path of revolution around Earth, then we call this as perigee. And when it's away, it's called as apogee. It's called as apogee. So लिखा दिया because don't confuse aphelion and okay apogee, perihelion and perigee. So moon के लिए हम use करते हैं perigee. For sun we use it as okay helion. Okay, so anybody knows when the sun is the closest to earth. Okay, Jan 3rd, Jan 3rd, okay, sun is closest. और सबसे दूर कब होता है? कब? July the 4th. July the 4th. This is your aphelion and perihelion. No problem here. अच्छा, अब एक और फैक्ट आप जानिए. से एक तो है इक्वेटोरियल प्लेन. What is equatorial plane? Okay, so this is the equator. Okay, this is the vertical line, and maybe this is the axis. Okay, so this is along what's called as the equatorial plane. जो रेवोल्यूशन का ऑर्बिटल प्लेन है वो इससे मैच नहीं करता. ओके, वो थोड़ा सा इंक्लाइंड है. सो द प्लेन ऑफ अर्थ्स रेवोल्यूशन इज नॉट कोइंसाइडिंग विथ द इक्वेटोरियल प्लेन. ओके, सो व्हेन अर्थ इज रिवॉल्विंग, ओके, देयर इज सम डिफरेंस. ओके, लेस देन 1 डिग्री है फॉर दैट, अराउंड 1 डिग्री है. ओके, जस्ट नो दिस, that the plane of Earth's revolution, the plane of Earth's revolution is not exactly coinciding with, Earth's plane of, क्या लिखा आपने? The orbital plane. The orbital plane of revolution is not exactly coinciding with Earth's equatorial plane. With Earth's equatorial plane. So anybody knows? Okay, I'll ask you this question. So अगर ये Earth है, okay? और अदर ये सन है, द अर्थ इज मूविंग. ठीक है, सो जिस प्लेन में ऑर्बिट और सन है, ओके, एक तो नाम हो गया ऑर्बिटल प्लेन, उसका एक और नाम है. एनीबॉडी नोज द नेम? इट्स कॉल्ड एज एक्लिप्टिकल प्लेन और एक्लिप्टिक प्लेन. दिस इज द अर्थ्स रेवोल्यूशन orbital plane is also called as ecliptic plane. It's also called as ecliptic. Okay, ECLIPTIC, ecliptic plane. तो इसलिए पूछ रहे हैं आपको यहां पर, ये कंफ्यूजन तो नहीं है ना, that the tilt of Earth's axis is with respect to what? The equatorial plane or the orbital plane? Yeah, the tilt of Earth's axis is with respect to what? Equatorial plane. ठीक है, not the orbital plane. Is it okay? That's how it is. So, ecliptical से हम नहीं कर रहे हैं, फिर वो अलग हो जाएगा, वो ecliptical axis वाला हो जाएगा. So these are some small things that you have to be careful about. ठीक है? So you are measuring with respect to Earth's, okay, equatorial plane. Equatorial plane ऐसा है, okay, और the tilt ऐसे है, तो ऐसे हो गया. जब भी आप एक्सिस बनाते हैं, तो do you draw Earth's revolution also in mind? आप with respect to Earth बनाते हैं ना? ये है इक्वेटर, ये है एक्सिस, okay, और ये ऐसे टिल्ट है. तो आपका मेजर एंगल क्या है? ठीक है, सो द इक्वेटोरियल प्लेन जो हम बोल रहे हैं, ओके, दैट इज एक्चुअली द ओरिजिनल हॉरिजॉन्टल प्लेन. ओके, सो दिस इज इक्वेटोरियल, दिस इज द ओरिजिनल हॉरिजॉन्टल प्लेन. इसके बेसिस पे वी कैलकुलेट. ओके, दैट्स व्हाई इसका भी टिल्ट हो जाता है फ्रॉम द हॉरिजॉन्टल. Is it okay? जो ओरिजिनल हॉरिजॉन्टल प्लेन है उससे आप कर रहे हो, नॉट विद द एक्लिप्टिक ऑफ द अर्थ रेवोल्यूशन। तो आपका 3 प्लेन बन रहा है। अच्छा, आई गॉट योर कंफ्यूजन। आपका कंफ्यूजन कहां हो रहा है? ओके, सो वॉच हियर, ये हॉरिजॉन्टल है, ये हॉरिजॉन्टल है। ओके, दिस इज द इक्वेटर। Okay, and maybe somewhere here is the Earth's orbital plane. Okay, so ये वाला होगा the original equatorial plane, and this is confusing you. Okay, this is the tilted equatorial plane. This is the ecliptic. अब ठीक है, ये ओरिजिनल जो है, दिस इज द होराइजॉन्टल। फाइन ऑल ऑफ यू? सो ecliptic axis is not same as Earth's rotational axis. जो ecliptical axis है, okay, is not same as Earth's rotation axis. आपने ऐड कर दिया ओरिजिनल, okay, equatorial plane. Yes. Can I move on now? Okay. Now, the discussion point for us is the consequence of all of this. Okay. तो हमारे पास एक है रोटेशन, एक है okay, रेवोल्यूशन, और एक है अर्थ का टिल्ट। ये तीनों का कॉन्सिक्वेंस क्या है? ओके, सो द रोटेशन, ओके, द रोटेशन कॉजेस डे एंड नाइट। द रोटेशन कॉजेस डे एंड नाइट। हो गया? अच्छा, व्हाट डज द रेवोल्यूशन डू? द रेवोल्यूशन क्रिएट्स एनुअल पैटर्न्स। creates annual patterns. अब आप बताओ कि सीजन्स को आप, अगर मैं पूछूंगा एक जगह डालना है, आप यहां डालोगे, यहां डालोगे, यहां डालोगे? आपको चॉइस एक ही है, एक ही जगह डाल सकते हो, ऑल ऑफ यू। अगर एक में डालना है, हाउ डू यू नो दिस? How do you know this is, okay, कि अगर टिल्ट नहीं होता, okay, और रेवोल्यूशन हो रहा है, would you have seasons? No. So the first reason is tilt. Tilt is the main reason for seasons. I hope you got the point here. I know कि सीजन बिना तीनों के नहीं होगा, for that मैं तीनों they happen together. Is it okay? So tilt is responsible for reasons. अच्छा, ये भी पता है ना आपको that day and night का length, okay, is not same throughout the year. Okay, so अगर and is also related to all the three. बट अगर आपको एक में डालना है, वन रीजन वाई वी हैव डिफरेंस ऑफ लेंथ ऑफ डे, आप कहां डालेंगे? वन रीजन, ओके, वाई वी हैव द डिफरेंस ऑफ लेंथ ऑफ डे, अगेन टिल्ट, करेक्ट। सीजन्स एंड कॉजेस डिफरेंस इन द लेंथ ऑफ द डे एंड नाइट। इसमें एक दो सवाल पूछा हुआ है, that's what I am trying to emphasize. So many people will put seasons as revolution. गलत नहीं है, पर एक चॉइस उठाना तो ये उठाएंगे आप। Tilt is responsible for seasons and tilt responsible for, okay. So I'll ask you a question here. कि difference in the tilt, what does it do? If the tilt of the axis changes, what will happen? If the tilt of the axis changes, what will happen? एक तो obvious है, okay, the length of day and night will change. ठीक है, ये तो obvious है, but तो और specific हो जाते हैं. Okay, if the tilt increases, if the tilt increases, okay, तब क्या होगा? Okay, चेंज तो होगा. कैसे चेंज होगा? Will the difference of day and night become more, or will the difference of day and night become less? तो कैसे समझेंगे आप कि अगर परफेक्टली वर्टिकल होता तो लेंथ ऑफ डे नाइट कैसे होगा? इक्वल होगा. इफ द टिल्ट वाज परफेक्टली वर्टिकल, ठीक है, देन द लेंथ ऑफ द डे वुड बी इक्वल लेंथ ऑफ द नाइट. अगर टिल्ट हो गया तो डे एंड नाइट का लेंथ चेंज हो गया. ओके, जितना ज्यादा टिल्ट होगा, द डिफरेंस ऑफ डे एंड नाइट विल इंक्रीज. दैट्स माय पॉइंट. ठीक है, this is not big knowledge, it's only logical one. ठीक है, so if the tilt of the earth increases with the horizontal, with the vertical, हमेशा tilt को with vertical ही उठाएंगे हम. It increase with the vertical, okay, the difference of the length of day and night will increase. ठीक है, so that is one conclusion. It will increase. So difference of length of day and night, the length will increase. That's one point. Okay, now when it's perfectly vertical, will I have seasons? Will I have seasons? No. So when tilt increases, I have seasons. So when the tilt keeps on increasing, तो हम क्या बोलेंगे? Word क्या होगा? Like what will happen? We'll say the contrast between seasons will increase. The summers will become more hotter and the winters will become more colder. Okay? So when the tilt of the earth increases, सीजन तो होगा. चेंज कैसे होगा? The seasonal contrast will increase. My question is why? Okay. So actually I've changed the way I was teaching. Okay, because अगर मैं MCQ दे रहा था आप फंस जा रहे थे. I said okay, I'll not do that. Okay. Can you at a very layman level explain कि tilt से seasons होता क्यों है? तो उसको कुछ और तरीके से बताओ. Seasons, okay, now listen again. Seasons होता क्यों है? इतना बड़ा वर्ड नहीं, छोटा वर्ड. Seasons होता क्यों है? Seasons happens because, okay, there is differential receipt of insolation from the sun in what? In वो क्या कंट्रास्ट है? वॉच अगेन, एक वर्ड हम चाह रहे हैं आप लोगों से. ये अर्थ है, ये इक्वेटर है और ये सन है. The sun rays are coming. Okay. Do all latitudes receive same insolation? No. Yeah, all of you alert online? All alert? Yes. So when the sun rays come from the sun, so do all latitude receive same sunlight? No. So do we have latitudinal contrast? Yes. तो जब टिल्ट हो जाता है, what is changing? Can I say tilt? Okay, tilt changes the latitude contrast. There's some other word. Is the tilt responsible, again, is the tilt responsible for latitude differences? ये latitude में अलग अलग, यहां पर सनलाइट x है, यहां पर सनलाइट y है, यहां पर सनलाइट z है. इसका रीजन क्या है? इसका रीजन क्या है? y लैटिट्यूड में अलग अलग इंसुलेशन है. y मैं तो अज्यूम कर रहा हूं कि एक्सिस वर्टिकल है, टिल्ट है ही नहीं. कर्वेचर, it is the spherical shape responsible for variations in the latitudinal receipt of the sun rays. Is it okay? So if, likho the point, if the tilt is zero and if earth is vertical, if tilt is zero or the earth is vertical, there is still insolation variations between latitudes. There is still insolation variations in the latitudes. Okay? This is because of Earth's spherical shape. It's because of Earth's spherical shape. All fine? Okay. So जब tilt होता है, will you say there is difference in latitude of insolation? वो तो है ही, वो तो अगर tilt नहीं भी है तब भी है. So tilt में क्या change हो जाता है? Did you all get the question? What changes? अगर tilt नहीं होता तब भी difference of latitudinal receipt है. So tilt में क्या change हो रहा है? कर्वेचर चेंज हो रहा है. मेरी जान क्या बोल रहे हो तुम? हेमिस्फेरिकल कंट्रास्ट चेंजेस. इसमें क्या है? नॉर्थ में जितना यहां पर है साउथ में उतना ही है. ओके, नॉर्थ में जितना यहां पर है साउथ में उतना ही है. जितना यहां पर नॉर्थ में है उतना ही साउथ में है. जब टिल्ट हो जाता है, नाउ दिस साउथ इज नो लॉन्गर सेम एज दिस नॉर्थ. This north is no longer same as this south. Have we got the logic here? So a tilt में what changes is the hemispherical contrast changes. Got it? Question is why? Why इस केस में there is no hemisphere contrast और यहां पर there is hemispherical contrast. Why? Yeah. वो तो नहीं में भी डिफरेंस है ना. वो क्या बोलोगे? हेमिस्फीयर, देखो, यू मस्ट गेट दैट वन राइट वर्ड. या व्हाट चेंजेस? व्हाट चेंजेस? समथिंग मोर. सब राइट बोल रहे हो. व्हाट चेंजेस इज द डिस्टेंस ऑफ द पोल्स फ्रॉम द सन. यहां पर क्या है? नॉर्थ पोल जितना दूर है साउथ पोल भी उतना ही दूर है. ठीक है. टिल्ट में क्या होगा? ओके, अब देखो, नॉर्थ पोल यहां पर है और साउथ पोल यहां पर है. आई होप यू गॉट इट नाउ. सो इन द टिल्ट व्हाट्स चेंजिंग इज, अगर आप एक सवाल पॉइंट पूछेंगे व्हाट बिकॉज ऑफ टिल्ट क्या चेंज होता है, विल नॉट से लैटिट्यूडनल डिफरेंस. वो तो है, ठीक है. व्हाट चेंजेस इज द हेमिस्फेरिकल डिफरेंस ऑफ इंसुलेशन चेंजेस एंड दैट्स बिकॉज ऑफ डिफरेंस ऑफ द पोल्स फ्रॉम द सन. अब समझ में आया? अच्छा, तो इसमें क्या होता है? What happens is the pole which is nearer the sun, what will happen there? You will have hotter conditions, they become summers. The pole away from the sun will become winters. So what does tilt do? अगर tilt नहीं होगा, will I have summer and winter difference होगा क्या हमारा? हमारा summer winter होगा ही नहीं. Why? Because ये जितना दूर है ये भी इतना ही दूर है. जब टिल्ट होता है, okay, then we say कि the one towards sun is, okay, your summers the sun away, the pole away from the sun is winters. So the hemispherical contrast, okay, of insolation receipt. Write down the hemispherical contrast. The hemispherical contrast of insolation receipt is because of the position of the poles away or towards the sun. Because of the pole positions away or towards the sun. The hemispherical contrast of insolation receipt. The hemispherical contrast of insolation receipt is because of the position of the poles towards or away from the sun. जो towards the sun है वो हो गया आपका summers, जो away from sun हो गया वो हो गया winters. ठीक है? This is what creates the seasonal contrast. This creates seasonal contrast. मैं इसलिए बता रहा हूं कि पॉइंट वाइज लिखोगे, रिवाइज करोगे ना, आपको ये पॉइंट दिखाई दे रहा होगा. So now my question is, if the tilt increases, क्या होगा? अगर ये इंक्रीज हो गया means one pole is coming more close to sun and one pole is going more away from the sun. Correct? If the inclination increases, okay. So this is the sun and this is the earth. Okay. Vertical था तो no difference of hemisphere. अब tilt हो गया. Okay, tilt हो गया. Okay. When the tilt has happened, so one has come more towards the sun, another has gone away from the sun. The one which has come towards the sun has summers. Either summer हो गया, either आपका winter हो गया. Is it okay, all of you? Now, okay, when the tilt keeps on increasing, क्या होगा? Okay, this is coming more close sun. तो क्या होगा? The summers will become hotter and the winters will become cooler, which means the seasonal contrast will increase. ठीक है? Which means seasonal contrast will increase. The summers will become hotter and the winters will become colder. हमें ये वाला पॉइंट चाहिए था. So when you are talking about the impact of change of tilt. Okay, so yes, change of tilt will result in difference of day and night. Okay, plus it will result in increasing contrast of seasons अगर tilt बढ़ेगा तो. Fine here? अच्छा. Next important point. जब tilt बढ़ेगा, I'm all talking about increase in tilt. What happens? एक बताया मैंने, the length of day and night का difference will increase. Second I said is a seasonal contrast will increase. ठीक है, all of you? अच्छा, now come here. Come back to the other diagram. Okay. Say there is no tilt. Say there is no tilt and this is sun. This is equator. Okay. Where is the sun shining perfectly over the head? बाकी सब जगह ये हॉरिजॉन्टल है, ये हॉरिजॉन्टल है, ये हॉरिजॉन्टल है, ये हॉरिजॉन्टल है और ये हॉरिजॉन्टल है. Okay, at the equator, okay, the sun is perfectly at 90 degrees. और any other latitude क्या होगा? एक एंगल बनेगा. At any other latitude एक एंगल बनेगा. So when sun is perfectly, earth is perfectly vertical, the sun is shining overhead only on the equator. अच्छा. Now जब tilt हो गया, okay, तब क्या होगा? Okay, तब sun vertically overhead is no longer only at the equator at all. अच्छा, इसमें एक point है. It's only at the equator at all times of the year. ठीक है? So when no tilt, the sun is vertically above the equator at all times of the year. At all times of the year. ठीक है? No other latitude. सब हमेशा यही रहेगा. But when the tilt happens, उसमें क्या होगा? Equator is not the only latitude. If the tilt happens, then equator is not the only latitude where sun is overhead throughout the year. When sun is overhead throughout the year. Make sense here? So यहाँ पर क्या है? Okay, this is the Tropic of Capricorn. Cancer. तो शायद sun overhead यहाँ पर भी हो गया. अब ये horizontal हो गया, यहाँ पर भी perfectly vertical हो गया. और जब other side आता है, you'll realize that okay, ये horizontal है, ये वाला है. The sun is perfectly vertical here. ठीक है? So now tell me, when the tilt increases, क्या होगा? The tilt increases, the range of latitude in which the sun can be vertical overhead will, the range of latitude. जब tilt नहीं है, तब sun overhead कहां पर है? Only at the equator. तो range of latitude कितना है? कुछ नहीं है, 0 है. जब tilt बढ़ गया, जब tilt हो गया तो क्या हो गया? यहां पर भी vertical था, at some time यहां भी vertical था, sometime यहां भी vertical था, यहां भी vertical था. So now that vertical इस range में है. अब मैं कह रहा हूं tilt और बढ़ गया तो क्या लिखेंगे आप लोग? हाँ? इंक्रीज होगा ना. तो अब पता चला कि और टिल्ट में फिर सन यहां भी वर्टिकल हो गया. सो द रेंज ऑफ लैटिट्यूड इज इंक्रीजिंग ओवर विच द सन इज वर्टिकली ओवरहेड. ऑल गॉट इट हियर? लिखें विद इंक्रीज. सो कम बैक हियर अगेन कि टिल्ट इंक्रीज होने का क्या क्या कॉन्सिक्वेंस है. ओके, वन मोर कॉन्सिक्वेंस इज the range of latitudes over which sun is overhead. The range of latitude over which sun is overhead in a year will increase. Over which sun is overhead will increase. ठीक है? So now to understand this, आपको हम ये डायग्राम दिखाते हैं. You all have seen this. Okay? You all have seen this, but yeah. You can all see this diagram, all of you? Online, can you all see the diagram? Online, is it okay, all of you? So what's saying? Say the sun is somewhere here. Acha, सन ओवरहेड का मतलब होता है सब सोलार पॉइंट। ओके, ये पॉइंट ऐड कर लो। सन ओवरहेड मींस सब सोलार पॉइंट, और सिंपली सब सोलार लैटिट्यूड, सब सोलार पॉइंट और सब सोलार लैटिट्यूड। When the tilt is zero, when the tilt is zero, the subsolar point is only equator throughout the year. ठीक है? When the tilt is zero, the subsolar point is only the equator throughout the year. When the tilt increases, the latitudinal range of the subsolar point, when the tilt increases, the latitudinal range of subsolar point increases. The latitudinal range of subsolar point increases. अब ठीक है? अच्छा, नेक्स्ट पॉइंट। अब सुनो, आप इमेजिन करो कि ये पूरा टिल्ट इज परफेक्टली हॉरिजॉन्टल, अर्थ पूरा ऐसे हॉरिजॉन्टल हो गया, ठीक है? तब आपका सब सोलर पॉइंट कहां होगा? एग्जैक्टली पोल पे होगा, ठीक है? ऑल ऑफ यू हियर, इफ अर्थ बिकम्स परफेक्टली हॉरिजॉन्टल, द सब सोलर पॉइंट इज एग्जैक्टली एट द पोल्स। अच्छा, तो ये कम है उससे, so there is will be some limit जहां तक you will have सब सोलर पॉइंट। वो लिमिट को क्या बोलते हैं? वो लिमिट को क्या बोलते हैं? या दैट लिमिट इज कॉल्ड एज ट्रॉपिक्स। ये ट्रॉपिक का मतलब क्या है कि सन, ओके, इसके बियॉन्ड कहीं भी वर्टिकल नहीं होगा। So what do the tropics mark? Next point. What do the tropics mark? Tropics क्या मार्क करते हैं? So ये क्वेश्चन पूछा, ये ट्रॉपिक 20.5 क्यों हुआ? The tropic latitudes mark, the tropic latitudes mark the northernmost and the southernmost limits of latitude. Yes, yes, Geet Govind, I can see your comments. Okay. What do the tropic marks? Tropic marks the limits of subsolar points. Okay, in the northern and southern hemisphere, or northern and southern latitudes, beyond which the sun is not vertical, beyond which the sun is never vertical at any time of the year. The sun is never vertical at any time of the year. Geet Govind, I'll come back to your question a bit later. Fine, all of you here? अच्छा, तो जब टिल्ट बढ़ जाएगा कि क्या होगा उसमें? The limit of the subsolar point will increase. That's the point. Okay? So ये 20.5 क्यों है? इसलिए है क्योंकि axial tilt 20.5 है। So ये tilt जब बढ़ेगा, so if I ask you a question that the tilt has increased to 45 degrees, then what is the limit of the tropics? 45 degrees. ये ज्योमेट्री है, जितना एंगल इधर होगा इतना एंगल इधर ही बढ़ेगा, ठीक है all of you? So if the tilt increases, okay, the tropical limits of the latitudes will increase. This was your question. So if I can frame a question on this, because of increase or change of tilt, which of the following will change? Length of day and night will change, the seasonal contrast will change, and the limits of subsolar point or the tropical latitudes will also change. Is it okay? तो जितना ज्यादा टिल्ट होगा उतना आपका ट्रॉपिक लाइन चला जाएगा नॉर्थ और साउथ. तो नॉर्दर्न ट्रॉपिक लिमिट इज ट्रॉपिक ऑफ कैंसर, द सदर्न ट्रॉपिक लिमिट इज ट्रॉपिक ऑफ कैप्रिकॉर्न. It is in this zone that the sun is overhead sometime in the year. लिख लो आप point. That the tropical latitudes represents the latitude range represents the latitude range within which the sun is vertical at some time of the year. The sun is vertical overhead at some time of the year. Is it okay, all of you? Acha. Yeah, I think all of you understand now. The sun actually, is it moving like this? तो इसमें होगा ना, कभी सन यहां पर ओवरहेड है, कभी सन यहां पर ओवरहेड है. Is the sun actually moving like this? No. ये चेंज क्यों हो रहा है? Because of the sun moving north and south is because of tilt of earth plus revolution. Okay, so north-south migration of sun within the tropics. The north-south migration of sun between the tropics. The north-south migration of sun between the tropics is the consequence of the tilt of the earth and revolution. Tilt of earth and revolution. इसमें पहला चॉइस टिल्ट आएगा, सेकंड वाला क्वालिफाई करोगे रेवोल्यूशन आएगा. Online, is it okay, all of you now? I know when I'm discussing or talking, you might miss a point or 2 points. इसलिए हम लिखा दे रहे हैं आपको. घर जाके read again, it'll fall into a line in stories. So ऐसे questions में ना फंसना आसान है. Okay, because जब तक वो पूरा clarity नहीं in terms of कि क्या हो रहा है, they are very simple questions and they can trap you. And it's very irritating to get these questions wrong. Okay, so we don't want कि ऐसे questions आपके मिस होने चाहिए. Okay, and it requires some thinking. एक बार सोच लिया, समझ लिया, you're on. You can't make a mistake there. ठीक है? अच्छा, now I'll show you one more diagram. Can you all see this diagram? सब कुछ diagram दिखाई दे रहा है? Okay, the sun is on this side. Okay, assume क्या है? Tropic of Capricorn है. Okay, and the sun is shining, okay, 90 degrees to the horizontal. मतलब है perfectly overhead. ठीक है? And so the southern part is more towards the sun. The south pole is towards the sun. This is what? This is, okay, the southern summers. And this is northern winters. ये लाइन क्या है? This is the axial tilt. ये लाइन क्या है? Circle of illumination. Okay. From a circle of illumination, I can know the length of day and night. अभी देखो, look at this here. Okay. Length of day is this white bright part. Length of night is a dark part. दोनों का length same है. Length same, all of you here. Okay. Here, length of day, जो bright part है, can you see यहां से यहां पर लंबा है और यहां से छोटा है, which means what? The length of day is longer, the length of night is shorter. Okay. और एक ऐसा point है where there is no dark line, there is only bright side, which means what? This means 24 hours day. North में the length of the white line is less, the length of the dark line is more. What this means? Day is short and night is long. और एक ऐसा जगह है where the latitude is entirely inside the dark line. It means what? Complete darkness, only night. Is it okay? So from this diagram, I can know how the tilt of Earth can change the length of day and night. That latitude where, okay, the max, the minimum value where, okay, there is no night. The minimum latitude value, why? Where there is, okay, no day. These are the other limits. So एक limit आपने देखा था tropics है. These are called as, this is the Antarctic circle, this is the Arctic circle. जब सन इधर आ जाएगा, या Earth on that side, you'll realize कि ये पूरा day होगा और ये पूरा night होगा. Okay, so write down. The Arctic circle and the Antarctic circle. The Arctic circle and the Antarctic circle mark the latitudes. Mark the latitudes beyond which, mark the latitudes beyond which there is either complete darkness or complete day. Complete darkness or complete day, or sorry, darkness or complete bright, not day, complete bright through the entire day. Entire day का मतलब 24 hours. तो इसके नॉर्थ में हर जगह ओनली डे, उसके टू साइड पोलवर्ड्स हर जगह ओनली डे, पोलवर्ड्स हर जगह ओनली नाइट. So 24 hours daytime, 24 hours it is night time. All fine here? Any questions here? Any questions here? Acha. When the sun is overhead, okay, so if I'm standing here, the sun is overhead. का मतलब क्या है? Sun is right here, overhead. बाकी जगह कैसा होता है सन? आप इमेजिन करो, okay, I'm standing here, sun is overhead का मतलब है sun is right above here, over my head. ठीक है? In other latitudes, beyond this or beyond this, सन का जब सन ओवरहेड कब होगा? 12 बजे होगा. बाकी जगह 12 बजे सन कहां पर होगा? So I repeat, say this is my Tropic of Capricorn. I repeat, Tropic of Capricorn. The sun rises, the sun goes overhead 12 baje, and the sun sets, okay, towards my west. जब यहां 12 बजा है, on the meridian everywhere 12 बज रहा है, तो मेरे सर के ऊपर 12 बजा है, sun is here. तो other latitudes में on the same meridian जब 12 बजेगा, सन कहां पर होगा? सन कहां पर होगा? वर्टिकल ओवरहेड होगा या नहीं? नहीं होगा. ओके, सो मेरे लिए ऐसे चल रहा है, बाकी के लिए सन जो है वो ऐसे चल रहा होगा. Have you got the point here? There are two differences. Watch, all of listen here. एक है sun is rising from the east. Okay, sun goes to maximum height and then the sun is setting on the west. सोचो कि okay, say some corner there is east और ये west है. Sun कैसे rise करेगा? Sun rises, goes overhead, okay, and then sun sets. पाथ तो एक ही है. जब मैं ट्रॉपिक ऑफ कैप्रिकॉर्न में खड़ा हूं तो मुझे क्या दिख रहा है? मैक्सिमम हाइट इज राइट ओवर माय हेड. इन एनी अदर लैटिट्यूड, एट एनी अदर लैटिट्यूड, ओके, व्हेन द सन इज एट द मैक्सिमम हाइट, वो आपके सर के ऊपर होगा क्या? नहीं होगा. So when you watch the sun from any other latitude, आपको लगेगा sunrise किया, ऐसे आया, and it is setting like this. It is not going over your head like an arc. I hope you got this now. Okay. So when you are at Tropic of Capricorn, the maximum height of sun will be right over your head. At all other latitudes, idhar ho ya idhar ho, the sun will never be perfectly over the head. वो थोड़ा सा incline होगा, तो वो ऐसे rise करके ऐसे जाएगा और फिर ऐसे आ जाएगा. So by the time you hit the Antarctic Circle, sun कैसे चल रहा होगा? So watch here. Watch here. Rising from here, going vertically overhead, okay, and coming down. Change latitude. Rising from here, it is going ahead, okay, and then coming down. Go further latitude. Rising from here, going further like this and coming down. When you come to Antarctic Circle, कैसे होगा? Sun is moving along the horizon. Is it okay? तो आपको sun ढलता हुआ दिखेगा ही नहीं. That's the point. Okay, so if I draw this online, I don't know if you understand this. Reset to Geet Govind, कहाँ जा रहे हो यार? अभी नहीं. आप पूरा out of phase हो. You are part of a class, not a part of a doubt clearance session. ठीक है? सभी क्लास के साथ सिंक रहो आप लोग. Okay, so some of this is very logical. हम बोलते हैं ना, sun is overhead. Overhead when? When the sun is overhead at that latitude. Because देखो 12 बज रहा है, तो ये पूरे मेरिडियन में 12 बज रहा है ना. When 10 o'clock means everywhere 10 o'clock along this meridian. But the path of sun is not same. Okay, path of sun is latitude. Why? Because sun is, यहां पर क्या होगा? Sun rises, goes right vertical overhead, okay, and then will come down. You move polewards, अब sun perfectly ऊपर नहीं जाएगा. Sun जाएगा ऊपर, लेकिन तिरछे एंगल से जाएगा. से यहां पर होगा overhead. Go more polewards, sun और तिरछा जाएगा. Go more polewards, the sun will go even more slant में. And at the Antarctic Circle, इस diagram के लिए, the sun rising on the east, it's moving exactly on the horizon. ये हुआ आपका 12 बजा है, and then sunset is again on the horizon. Okay, night time हो गया, ये पीछे चल रहा है, आपको दिखाई दे रहा है पूरा. Come on this side. Okay, so for 12 hours, sun is moving from east towards the west. For remaining 12 hours, दिख रहा है आपको, he is moving from west towards the east. So at the Antarctic and Arctic Circle, okay, you can see the sun is revolving. Okay, अपन which भगवान है, इसीलिए बना था. हम बीच में खड़े हुए हैं और मेरे चारों तरफ, okay, सूरज घूम रहा है. So if you ever want to have a god-like feeling, you stand at the North Pole. ठीक है? North Pole in the summers. और go in the winters, मैं चारों तरफ कोई भी नहीं है, सूरज भी नहीं है मेरे साथ. Yes, yes. So this is that limit. यही limit है. I think I could not have tried more than this. Okay, so our conclusion point लिखो. ये सारा आप please, okay, लिख लो. Remember, prelims आप 5-6 महीने के बाद दोगे और कुछ लोग 1-2 साल तक देते रहोगे. God forbid, but reality has accepted. ठीक है? Write down here that the path of the sun from sunrise to sundown, the path of the sun from the sunrise to sundown is not perfectly in the vertical plane. Is not perfectly in the vertical plane at all latitudes. Is not perfectly at the vertical plane at all latitudes. at all latitudes. Next point. It's only at the latitude where the sun is overhead. It's only at the latitude where the sun is overhead that the sun seems to be moving in the vertical plane. The sun seems to be moving in the vertical plane. At all other latitudes, the path of the sun is along an inclined plane. Is along an inclined plane. Okay? Next. So in the summers, in the northern summers, or in the southern summers, the sun will seem to move along the horizon. The sun will seem to move along the horizon. Okay, at the Arctic circle and the Antarctic circle in their respective summers. ठीक है? So एक big fact आपको बता दिया. Online, is it okay now? Online, is it okay? Yes. And just to give you a sense of what that looks like. Can you all see this diagram? Online, दिखाई दे रहा diagram? देखो, path of sun, देखो sunrise है. Sunrise हुआ, okay. So you are here. एक slant angle से इधर आ गया. Okay, the slant path, it comes down here. So this is not the vertical plane, no? Okay, and by the time you come towards your Arctic region, the sun is moving almost on the horizon ऐसे ही. The path of sun is not perfectly in the vertical plane, but for every case एक maximum height तो होगा ना? वो हम थोड़ा dispute कर रहे हैं. But the overhead concept hai, we're challenging that. So all of the latitude except where sun is perfectly overhead. Baki sab jagah inclined path chalega. Okay, and by the time you come towards the Arctic Antarctic circle, it's moving along the horizon. All good here? All fine? Next point. Because आप ट्रॉपिकल एरियाज में हो ना, ओके, तो आपके केस में कभी ना कभी सन ओवरहेड है. हाँ, सम टाइम ऑफ सीजन में. अब आपके ट्रॉपिक्स में आ ही रहा है ना, तो ओवरहेड है इज अ वेरी जेनेरिक वर्ड. बेसिकली आई शुड हैव बीन मैक्सिमम हाइट पे है. जेनेरिक वर्ड की सबसे ऊपर दिख रहा है और क्या. रियलिटी में सब एग्जैक्टली ओवरहेड हाइट पे होता ही नहीं है. वो कहने के लिए कह देते हैं कि सर पे है सन. एक्चुअली इट्स हाईएस्ट पॉइंट बट नॉट ऑन योर हेड. ठीक है? ओके, लेट्स मूव ऑन. द नेक्स्ट इज the concept of solstice and equinox. The concept of solstice and equinox. Physics में बहुत elementary physics है, ठीक है? When you throw a ball up, what happens? It comes down, yes, that's obvious. But the speed reduces. Okay, it becomes almost stationary, zero velocity, and then the ball starts falling. Okay? So imagine Earth here. The sun, because of tilt of Earth, sun seems to be moving north, coming south, moving north, coming south. Okay, so while moving north, it's moving. It almost seems to become stationary and then starts moving southwards. Can you all imagine this here? Okay, so the sun keeps on moving north, almost becomes stationary, then moves south, almost becomes stationary, then again north. तो जहां पर सन ऑलमोस्ट बिकम स्टेशनरी, उसी को बोलते हैं सॉल्स्टिस. सॉल्स्टिस का मतलब ही है सन स्टैंडिंग स्टिल, जहां से उसका पाथ चेंज होता है. ओके, द सन इज इक्वेटर पे, यहां पर. ओके, सन इज मूविंग नॉर्थ, रीचेज द ट्रॉपिक ऑफ कैंसर. Okay, it becomes stationary, then it starts moving south, reaches the Tropic of Capricorn, becomes stationary, and then again starts moving north. So, ये जो position है, the north and the south limit of sun's apparent motion, इसी को बोलते हैं solstice. Okay, position. Okay, the solstice marks the northernmost and the southernmost limit beyond which the sun does not seem to move. Is it okay? Solstice meaning यही है. It means sun standing still. यहाँ पे sun के लगता है कि रुक गया, चढ़ रहा था, रुक गया, फिर वापस नीचे उतरना शुरू कर दिया. The solstice marks. Okay, the northern and the southern limits beyond which the sun does not move polewards. The sun does not move polewards. Sun does not move polewards. ठीक है, तो अब आप बताओ, अगर टिल्ट बढ़ गया, अभी ये टाइम क्या है? समर सॉल्स्टिस क्या है? जून 21. विंटर सॉल्स्टिस क्या है? दिसंबर 22nd, 21st. ठीक है, 22nd. So, अगर टिल्ट बढ़ गया, the solstice will be now towards July or towards May. समझ में आ गया all of you here? So ये टाइम और बढ़ जाएगा, और ये क्या होगा? ये towards January चला जाएगा. Is it okay, all of you? The solstice timings will change. Write down this point. If the tilt increases, the date of the solstice will change towards July for northern summers and towards January for southern summers. या विंटर बोल लो. towards January in the winters. Okay, ये है June 21st, वो towards July चला जाएगा अगर tilt increase हुआ, और ये from December towards January बन जाएगा. Is it okay? Fine, all of you here? अच्छा. Next point. Now this is a question for all of you. The length of day and night, okay, same सिर्फ इक्वेटर पे होता है. Fine here? ठीक है, all of you? At what time of the year? The length of day and night is same at the equator at what time of the year? Throughout the year. That's why we say that there are no seasons at the equator. ये देखो, okay, सन यहां पर है, length of day and length of night same है. Is it okay, all of you? So equator is the only latitude where the length of day and night is same throughout the year. ठीक है? वो समर सॉल्स्टिस हो या विंटर सॉल्स्टिस हो, वो सन एट द ट्रॉपिक ऑफ कैंसर हो या सन एट ट्रॉपिक ऑफ कैप्रिकॉर्न हो. Yes, at all times of the year, the length of day and night is same at the equator at all times of the year. Correct? At other latitudes, the length of day and night is not same throughout the year. The length of day and night is not same throughout the year. ठीक है? Now watch. Now watch here. Imagine this is Earth. Okay. This is the Earth and the axis here. Okay. Earth and the axis here. And ये tilt है. I hope you know कि ये tilt कभी change नहीं होता. Forget the obliquity part. Okay. ये tilt ऐसे 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 नहीं हो रहा है. Okay. It's always like this. And when the earth is revolving, okay, ये ऐसे ही direction में यहां आएगा, ऐसे ही में यहां आएगा, ऐसे ही में यहां आएगा. इसको क्या बोलते हैं? What is this principle called? What is this principle called? Yes, axial. This is called as the principle of axial parallelism. At every time of the year, at all locations to revolution, axis हमेशा ऐसा ही रहता है. It's called as axial parallelism. ठीक है? So इस rotation में अगर sun बीच में है, यहां पर, okay, what is towards the sun? North pole. यहां पर which is towards the sun? South pole. ठीक है? जब sun यहां पर है, which pole is towards the sun? Both are equidistant. और यहां पर equidistant. इस केस में the circle of illumination passes through the poles. Correct. देखो इस डायग्राम में is the circle of illumination passing through the poles? No. ठीक है? That is why कहीं पर डे लंबा है, कहीं पर डे है ही नहीं, छोटा है. Right? But there are two positions where the circle of illumination will pass through the poles. It is then that day and night everywhere will be exactly same. ठीक है? Write down now. Back to your notes. I'm sure some of you know this, but I'm putting it as a story, that's all. या हाँ, तो सर्कल में चेंज होगा ना, वो सर्कल में चेंज हो जाएगा दानिश, द एनुअल साइकिल में चेंज होगा, डेट चेंज हो जाएगा। पहले जून 21 में था, ओके, इट नाउ बिकम मे बी जून 28 और जून 30 हो जाएगा, वैसे चेंज होगा। उधर से विंटर विल आल्सो शिफ्ट। ओके, कम बैक। Okay, so our point here is that because of axial parallelism, okay, there are 2 days, when the circle of illumination passes right through the pole, passes right through both the poles. When the days and nights are equal at all latitudes. The days and nights are equal at all latitudes. At all latitudes. Okay. March 21st, also called as spring equinox or vernal equinox. Spring equinox as in equal nights. Spring equinox or vernal, V-E-R-N-A-L. V-E-R-N-A-L. Okay, ये होता है March 21st को होता है, and the other is autumn equinox, which is September 23rd. Autumn equinox. So in these 2 times, the length of day and night are the same. Length of day and night are the same. ठीक है? So इक्वेटर में तो हमेशा नाइट एंड डे आर सेम, चेंज हो जाता है बाकी लैटिट्यूड्स में। सो यही था पॉइंट कि इफ द अर्थ वाज नॉट टिल्टेड क्या होता? इफ अर्थ वाज नॉट टिल्टेड क्या होता? देन द सर्कल ऑफ इल्यूमिनेशन would have been passing through the poles, okay, every time of the year. So हमेशा day and night same होता। That's why I say fundamental one reason is सबका क्या है? Tilt of the earth. The tilt happens because of which, okay, we will have solstice, we have equinox, change of length of day, the season contrast is सारा because of the tilt है। And the tilt starts changing, okay. So we say the change of the axial tilt is a very important factor for a lot of changes in the climate and seasons. Okay? Just know this. The tilt is a very important factor in changes in the climate and the seasons. All done here? So I think more or less I have taken care of whatever I could have about longitude, latitude, seasons, revolutions, and the associated consequences. आप एक पॉइंट और ऐड कर दो, रोटेशन हेडिंग दे दो, रोटेशन ऑफ अर्थ। ओके, रोटेशन ऑफ अर्थ का क्या क्या कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस है? ओके, व्हाट आर द कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस ऑफ रोटेशन ऑफ अर्थ? वन इज डे एंड नाइट साइकिल। रोटेशन causes day and night cycle. Number 2, it causes tides. High tide, low tide is linked to rotation of the earth, and of course gravity तो है ही नहीं, मून एंड सन, ओके, बोथ आर इंपॉर्टेंट। सन का इंपैक्ट कम है, ओके, और मून का भी रोटेशन अलोंग विद रेवोल्यूशन, ठीक है, is linked to tides. Number 3 is it causes deflection of moving bodies. Deflection of moving bodies. Now my question to you is, it causes deflection of what type of moving bodies? Causes deflection of what type of moving bodies? Moving, free moving bodies or moving on the surface? Or both? Yes. It causes deflection of free moving bodies, okay, or those moving on the surface. बताओ. So एक चीज याद रखो, ये deflection is entirely apparent, as in it is relative. So the relative impact, लिख लो आप, write down this. The deflection because of rotation is an apparent deflection. Is an apparent deflection. Okay. It is associated with free moving bodies only. Is associated with free moving bodies only. Which means what? It impacts the one in the atmosphere or on the surface. It impacts the one in the atmosphere or surface. इसका प्रॉब्लम है, आपको फ्री मूविंग बॉडी का मीनिंग नहीं पता. ठीक है? वाटर मूविंग ऑन द लैंड, ये फ्री मूविंग है या नहीं है? है. ठीक है? फ्री मूविंग का मतलब यही होता है कि उसका अपना इंजन नहीं है. अगर मैं आपको गड़ा दूं तो आप भी फ्री मूविंग बॉडी हो. ओके. इट अप्लाइज टू फ्री मूविंग बॉडी that moves, okay, only because of gravity or because of difference of pressure. इसका अपना कुछ नहीं चलेगा. If I am on a car and I am driving the car, I am not a free moving body. ठीक है? बट मैं स्लोप में मैंने कार को गड़ा दिया, it's a free moving body. The free moving body, okay, is more free in the atmosphere. वो अलग बात है. इसीलिए एटमॉस्फेयर में डिफ्लेक्शन ज्यादा दिखता है. I hope you got the point, all of you here. So you all were confusing what is the meaning of free moving body. Free moving body का मतलब होता है anything that does not move on its own volition. अपने आप नहीं, उसका इंजन नहीं है. Can I consider a projectile as a free moving body? Can I consider a projectile as a free moving body? Yes. बस फेंकने के बाद तो वो कुछ नहीं कर सकता ना. ठीक है? मैंने फेंक दिया. ओके, उसका डिफ्लेक्शन होगा कि नहीं होगा? होगा ना. अर्थ इज रोटेटिंग. उसमें इंजन लगा दिया मैंने, इट नाउ बिकम्स अ क्रूज मिसाइल. उसको यू कैन कंट्रोल. ठीक है? सो फ्री मूविंग का मतलब होता है इट कैन नॉट चेंज डायरेक्शन ऑन इट्स ओन. वो सरफेस पे हो, वो ओके एटमॉस्फेयर में हो. इज इट ओके? और फ्री मूविंग बॉडी जनरली बेस्ट एप्लीकेबल हो जाता है फॉर फ्लूइड्स. Not to say it will not be for solids or liquids. ठीक है? All fine here, all of you? These are the trick questions. Okay, इसीलिए okay, ocean currents में impact है. Okay, winds का तो पक्का है ही. So Earth's rotation impacts what? It impacts the direction of movement of free moving bodies in the atmosphere or on the surface. In that or on the surface. It's best visible for gases and winds, but also applies for liquids and solids. It also applies for liquids and solids. ये फोर्स को क्या बोलते हैं? Coriolis force. You all know this. Coriolis, Coriolis force. My suggestion to you is, इसके मैकेनिज्म में ज्यादा मत घुसना. you remember the only one principle. Northern hemisphere, it will turn right. Southern hemisphere will turn left. That's all. If I have time, if I have some amount of spare discussion, I'll discuss and show that to you also. Otherwise, it's a waste of time. Okay. So it'll deflect towards right because of the Coriolis force in the northern hemisphere and left in the southern hemisphere. Fine, all of you? Acha. और क्या-क्या phenomena associated है? Okay, so ocean currents का movement is linked to Coriolis force. Ocean currents, so rotation क्या-क्या करता है? Okay, so list ले लो. Rotation impacts ocean currents. It impacts cyclones formation. It impacts ocean currents. It impacts cyclones formation. It impacts gliders. Aeroplane नहीं. Aeroplane का engine है, right? Gliders अगर move कर रहा है, it will impact. Any free moving body, it impacts gliders. ठीक है? It also impacts tides. जो Coriolis है, it also impacts tides. The list of points, where does rotation play an important role? और एक और fact याद कर लो about the Coriolis forces, that it is 0 at the equator, maximum at the poles. 0 at the equator, maximum at the poles. It cannot change the speed of a moving body. The Coriolis hai, it cannot change the speed of a moving body. But it can change the direction of moving body. But very importantly, that it depends on the speed of the moving body. So वो speed change नहीं कर पाएगा, but वो खुद speed से influenced होता है. Coriolis force cannot change the speed of the moving body. It can change or it can be influenced by the speed of the moving body. Trika, did I answer your question? मैंने दिखा दिया था आपको that at the location of the equinox, the circle of illumination passes through the poles. So every place will have same length of day and night. Atrika Vansa. वो बाद में. Daylight saving concept बाद में. अभी I've changed gears a bit. Yes. Yes. Any spinning system is linked to Coriolis and rotation. Correct. So including polar vortex, yes. Magnetism, yes. उसका हालांकि debates हैं. Okay. Yes, add कर सकते हो. I agree with this. In the list of what is impacted because of rotation में, okay, you can also add polar vortex. काफी news में रहा है. And you can also add Earth's magnetism. But there are questions on this. अगर Earth spin नहीं कर रहा होता, then your loose electrons of the cores would not spin. And without their spinning, I would not have the magnetic field. Yes, good point. Nice. Makes sense. Yeah. Anybody else here? So I think I'm done with this part of the conversation. Okay, the astronomical details and facts. Then we moved on towards longitude, latitude, the spin of the Earth, revolution, equinox, day, seasons, and the impact because of rotation. Fine? Okay. So what I'll do now is I'll quickly show you 2 or 3 PPTs for sake of completion. Okay, problem ये ना, when I am teaching with PPT, I get distracted. मैंने आप समझ लो, okay, पहले सर फोड़ लो और फिर हम आपको दिखा देते हैं. So this was about the Big Bang. So Big Bang के लिए हम एक बताना चाह रहे हैं, the Big Bang, although we call that as explosion, वो actually explosion नहीं था, वो क्या था? वो expansion था. What difference है? Okay, it's not that something broke and it burst, ऐसा नहीं है. Something started to expand. फर्क है दोनों में? It's called as cosmic expansion. I mean, called simply as explosion. This is an example of the cosmic expansion. You can see expansion here. ऐसे फैल के expand हो रहा है. Okay, and the expansion happened in less than 10 to power minus 37 seconds. Okay, that was the point of this one. Okay, yes. नहीं, explosion में टूट के बिखरता भी है. Expansion में हम टूटने की बात नहीं कर रहे हैं. The balloon expanding is not same as balloon bursting. ठीक है? So right word is it was a cosmic expansion. अब पंकज ऐसा कोई डाउट पूछा नहीं है, so don't worry. Okay, any doubts that are, I will always repeat it. But yes, suggestion to all of you online, please write your doubt on everyone mode, so all of you can see each other's questions, and I've changed my setting also. But Pankaj, कुछ miss नहीं किया आपने. Yeah, I've enabled it, Ayush. Whatever questions are asked, I am telling that to you. Okay, come here. Next. So this was. I'll do one thing. How do I do that? I do this. I close this. This. Yeah, this makes sense. So you'll have a bit of animations on this. These guys have really worked hard. Okay, so it's an example of expansion. Can you all see it moving on your screens? कुछ एक move तो हो रहा है, I can see. Okay, the origin of universe Big Bang. The right word is there was cosmic expansion. That's one. Second, how the stars were formed. Okay, it was like something collapsed. Okay, then it expands. In the expansion process, the stars and all the celestial bodies form. Okay, so link to your expansion. What do you mean by nebular hypothesis? So there were gases. The gases will come together, okay, and they'll accrete. ये accretion को बोलते हैं the formation of planets. So when accretion happens, it's धीरे-धीरे बन के become solid. So in the accretion of this kind, what happens is the densest matter will stay at the center. Okay. Otherwise, our logic says, if you कुछ घुमा रहे हो, the heavier ones will go outside. Isn't it? This is our common sense here. When you are spinning something, because of centrifugal forces, the heavy will get thrown out. But in the accretion process, ulta hota hai. Things are spinning and they will start falling inside. That's why the heavier part becomes the core, and outside you will have progressively lighter components. We call that as nebular accretion. Gases, they contract and they are becoming solids. So this is, I said, the best explanation of why Earth is layered. All good here? Online, are you all with me? All with me? Yes, good. The next. So talking about, यहाँ पर assume किया है, okay, that orbital and equatorial plane एक ही है. Otherwise, the orbital plane is also called as the ecliptic. In reality, the equatorial plane and the orbital plane are not same. इसमें थोड़ा सा angle difference है. And that's what we wanted to show this. Next, not this one. Okay, Coriolis force. So, आप फेंक रहे हो तो किसी के चेहरे में गिर रहा है types. Okay, so now see what causes tides. Oh. Now see. So it is okay. Earth's rotation plus Moon's revolution. दोनों मिला के it's synchronized for some reasons. Or okay, how it's moving. So this is the quadrature position. Okay, ये sun है. This is the position of the new moon. I can't see the moon. Okay, it comes here. Okay, again quadrature position. I have what's called as neap tides, and it comes here. I'll have the full moon. I'll have something called as spring tides. Okay, so this, the gravity, the rotation, all is put together is, and that's how you see the tides. Water rising, water falling. Okay, you can see right water falling here, low tide, high tide. And if you look at a stream, एकदम ऐसे दिख रहा होगा. The boats are rising, the boats are falling. ठीक है? So tides are not same as waves. That was our point. And okay, this will come back afterwards. Okay, the questions. So now come back to end show. This is done. Full screen. This. So quickly, some of the questions which have been asked. Okay. All of you, please be attentive. Can you all see this sheet? Can you all see the sheet, all of you? Online, दिख रहा है आप लोगों को? So question is, which is the difference between asteroids and comets? 11 में पूछा वो question है. Asteroids are small rocky planetoids. Okay. Comets are frozen gases held together by rocky and metallic material. Yes. Asteroids are found mostly between orbits of Jupiter and Mars. Yes. And comets are found mostly between Venus and Mercury. No. It's found, most of them are beyond Neptune, Kuiper belt, and Oort cloud. Okay? Comets show perceptible glowing tail, and asteroids do not. Yes? Yes. So now it's like a very obvious straight question, no? Once you know some of the facts there. Okay? So this question, you understand the answer? Yeah, answer is B, 1 and 3 only. कोई मुझे बहुत याद कर रहा है, लेकिन मैंने इग्नोर मारना है. ठीक है, तो तड़पने दो. Okay, next. A person, 12th question, a person stood alone in the desert on a dark night and wanted to reach his village 55 kilometers east of the point. Okay, जहां भी खड़ा है, वो east जाना है 5 kilometers. He has no instruments, but he can locate the pole star. Okay, the most convenient way to reach the village is to walk. कैसे? Walk facing the pole star. He'll go northwards. Walk opposite to pole star. He'll go southwards. Walk keeping the post on the left or on the right. When he's moving, okay, he has to move east of the point. तो कहाँ होगा pole star? Pole star सामने है. ठीक है, मुझे ईस्ट जाना है. ओके, सुनो, डायरेक्शन कीपिंग द पोल स्टार टू हिज. देखो, यू सी व्हाट यू डू. सब ज्ञान लेने के बाद में तेल हो गया. बंदे को राइट जाना है, ठीक है, बट व्हाइल मूविंग पोस्टर कहां पर होगा? टू हिज लेफ्ट. फाइन ऑल ऑफ यू. तो डोंट जंप एक्साइटमेंट में. ओके, लंगड़ी मार देगा, बैठे रहोगे, फिर मार दिया आप लोगों को. ठीक है, अदरवाइज वेरी सिंपल क्वेश्चन, नो? घर आके बाल नोचना. फिर variations in length of day time and night time from season to season are due to Earth's rotation on its axis, variations in the length of daytime. ये एक फर्स्ट चॉइस है, पर देख तो लो पहले। Earth's revolution around the sun, latitude, position, or revolution of the earth on a tilted axis. Yes. आपने पहला देख के आप कूद गए। ठीक है, सब पूरे 4 चॉइस देख तो लो आप लोग। मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट वन रीजन इज टिल्ट। तो आपको टिल्ट ढूंढना चाहिए कि कहां पर टिल्ट लिखा हुआ है, और टिल्ट में दोनों कवर करा दिया। ओके, इट इज द revolution of the earth on a tilted axis. Straight question here. Okay, acha, this term I have not taught you, but I didn't think it's important anymore. Goldilocks zone. Okay, Goldilocks zone क्या होता है? Goldilocks zone को is also called as CHZ, which means circumstellar, okay, habitable zone. Know this. लिख लीजिए आप लोग, circumstellar habitable zone, CHZ है Goldilocks zone. Goldilocks zone means okay, an orbit or a zone around the sun. An orbit or a zone around the sun, okay, where the conditions are just right. Where the conditions are just right for life to exist. For life to exist. वो एक फेरी टेल है ना गोल्डीलॉक्स का। The girl would look for just right temperature, not very hot porridge, not very cold porridge. Okay, just right chair, not very tall chair, not very short chair. Just the right type of bed, not a very hard bed, not a very soft bed. तो एक स्टोरी है गोल्डीलॉक्स एंड द 3 bears, तो उसी से उठाया है। गोल्डीलॉक्स जोन इज दैट जोन जस्ट राइट, नॉट वेरी कोल्ड, not very hot, not too much pressure, not less pressure, not high gravity, not low gravity, just right क्या है। So if you want to find life in outer space, they said कि there are other stars also where such right zones can exist. Okay, we call that Goldilocks zone. और for this to happen, क्या चाहिए हमें? हमें चाहिए temperature just right, gravity just right, and the presence of water. Water in all the 3 states. Temperature just right, gravity just right, and water in all the 3 states. अगर gravity just right होगा, automatically the atmospheric pressure will also be just right. ठीक है? So it is related to, answer is search for Earth-like planets in the outer space. Search for meteorites containing precious material, regions inside Earth where shale gas is available, and the limits of habitable zone above the surface of Earth. क्या होगा आंसर? C होगा. Okay, search for Earth-like planets. Earth-like planets का मतलब है where life is possible. Where life is possible. Okay, this was the question, and ये वाला question है, okay, asked 19 में. 21st June में sun does not set below horizon at Arctic Circle, does not set at Antarctic Circle, overhead at noon on the equator, shines overhead at Tropic of Capricorn. The best choice here will be A. ठीक है all of you? Because 21st June में sun overhead कहां पर होगा? Tropic of Cancer में होगा. Although day and night is same at equator. It can be a trick for you. Some of you can say, sir, A भी right है और C भी right है. नहीं, C गलत है. Okay. ठीक, all of you now got it now? जहां पर subpolar point होगा, वहां पर होगा sun overhead. So Tropic of Cancer में overhead होगा, not at the equator. But at the equator, the day and night are same. Day and night are same. All good? जितने भी क्वेश्चंस पूछे थे इसमें मैंने बता दिया आपको. ओके, तो इससे क्वेश्चंस वो 4-5 ही आते हैं एंड अ बिट प्रोबिंग टाइप्स. ओके, अगेन सी देखो इसका पढ़ने का कोई लिमिट तो नहीं है, बट वी हैव टू बी स्मार्ट हियर. यू कांट गो ऑल द वे डिस्कसिंग एवरीथिंग, फिर तो आप फंस जाओगे उसमें. ठीक है, फाइन देन, दैट्स फॉर टुडे. आई एम ऑलरेडी 1 class लेट. I have to finish off one more topic today. कोई बात नहीं, I'll make up eventually. So thank you all of you for joining in. I hope, okay, we are learning something. Make your notes. You have a doubt and ask me. All the online students. Arif, इससे questions mains में नहीं आती. We don't have questions from this in the mains. Okay. मेंस वाले क्वेश्चंस अब शुरू होंगे. द बल्क ऑफ द क्वेश्चन मेंस वाले आर फ्रॉम partly from geomorphology, partly from climatology, oceanography, but not from this section. Okay. Shilpi, the book you can refer to is NCERT class 6th. Geography के लिए my suggestion is NCERT रखो and whatever class I'm giving you. Otherwise, don't end up reading Savindra Singh and the rest. Okay, that will destroy you. Yeah. अगर पढ़ना एक्स्ट्रा है तो लक्ष्मीकांत पढ़ो ना, टाइम आपके पास बहुत ज्यादा है. Bye all of you. Bye.